Okay.
If the school, if you get a 5-year, it's open for 5 years, does that mean that if the students fall between, below the academic level, it is still open, they give you up to the 5 years to get all the students to perform to their utmost, or do they come in and close it down prior to that?
Okay. With 5 years, it usually takes 5 years to know what you're doing. So basically, with that, you're going to be open for 5 years.
So there will be a 5-year span to
Right,
learn.
because the first year it's given because you're taking people and you don't know what they're doing. Then you start increasing the second year, and the third year then they see, and the fourth year then they say, okay, you're not doing good, try to do better. So by the fifth year,
So there, we wouldn't have to worry about sending our children and then it being shut down in a year or two because they're not met. They'll give you up to the 5 years to be able to meet the requirements.
okay, except for one thing, and this happened at Pine Bluff this week. They had a school, Hope Academy, and they didn't have financial stability. And last year they went in the red at Christmas. I talked to them, and they didn't even have the money to pay their teachers. So I don't know where they got it from. They were down $18,000. So last month they were down $3,000, and the state shut them down. So money, I mean, they're not going to give you money. Money's a big, even with public schools, if Magnolia was in the red or even close to it, they would shut Magnolia down. Now, the academics, they're bad and been bad for 6 years. That's okay, they keep going. But the money, if you don't have the money, they'll shut you down. So as long as we have the money and everything's going smoothly, we've got a good budget, right, then it
And
will not be
the more students we have, the more money the state will give us. So that's why we're shooting for 200 at least. So we feel like we can cover the salaries if we can get 200 students.
right. We get approximately, it's a little over, but just let's round it off to $6,000 per student. If you have 200, that's $1.2 million. That's a lot of money. We could do some good stuff in McNeil with that.
So they're gonna try to keep, you're going to try to keep the student to teacher ratio down. That's more of an important thing.
I know it is, and well, I don't know if we're even going to worry about that, but let me tell you something. In my research, China and India are at the top in education. They average from 60 to 70 students in every class. So by statistical measures, small classes are not what's really good. And I don't know if you've ever been in a class, when they get smaller, people usually, they're more casual and really don't push it as much. When you've got a big class, you stay on schedule a little bit better. So it's proven that the more students, actually, the better the students do. But I don't think we're going to be worried about that. I think we're going to run from 20 to 25 per class. That's what 200 students would do, 20 to 25. But the time on task is going to be the best thing. The year-round school, to me, is the greatest thing we could have, because you go 9 weeks, or about 50 days. They're off 2 weeks, so the students get to refresh themselves, the teachers get to refresh themselves, they're ready to go again. Then they go 9 weeks and they're off 2 weeks. And you're not saying, okay, I can't wait till summer, I can't wait till we're out of school. It just keeps going. You get the break.
Non-stop?
Non-stop.
All right, does that mean they graduate quicker?
No. No. You go 9 weeks, you get off 2, so that's the same as that.
But
going-
ain't that gonna make the kids get tired?
No, you got the 2 weeks off.
But
It's
especially
really,
during the summertime, when they like going camping and all that, when your family wants to go do something, you can't.
well, no, actually, I said 2 weeks. In the summer, when it ends, you have 3 weeks. So 3 weeks is a long time to do
Okay,
it.
you talking about like 3 weeks off in the summer?
Right,
Oh, okay. How about the holidays? You go off in the holidays?
right.
Okay.
But
I
you,
got
you can also look at it this way. They don't have that 3 months off in summer to forget half they learned the year
True.
before. You know,
I
it
agree
stays
with you
with them.
there.
Yeah.
But 3 weeks is a long time to be able to do things. I mean, anybody
Yeah,
can do things.
yeah, I understand that. And he made a good point too, 'cause a lot of kids out there in the summertime and forget everything when they go back to school.
Right.
And it's like when they go back to public school, when you go, like say you starting from first grade going to second grade, when you get in second grade, they're teaching first grade work when you first get in
Right.
there.
That's right.
Gradually,
Repeating
at
it
the end of the
again.
year, they're teaching you third grade work.
Right. You're exactly right. And I remember when I've been in education for about 30 years, so I know that teachers and students shut it down about 4 weeks before you're ever out anyway.
Yeah.
Because you're saying, okay, we're going to be out. This way you just keep going, stop, keep going, stop.
See, what I like though, I wanna put mine in school where the teacher gets involved too.
Right.
Not just the parent. Get a
Right.
teacher that wants, there you go, that cares and wants that child to succeed.
Okay, this is something I put into the budget, and I think it'd be great, I'd like to have this. But if the teacher has all of the students in their class, what's the top level? Advanced, if they're
Yeah.
all advanced, they get a $8,000 bonus at the end of the year. That would make teachers work very hard.
Yeah.
If 50% is advanced and 50% proficient, which is still good, they get like 6,000. So there's those bonuses that make them really concerned about the students, all
Yeah.
the students, not just some.
Yeah, I agree with you there. You just, I'm just putting my kids in school and like my son said, Mama, he done got to the point why go to school because you got your teachers, they don't care. They give you stuff like a test. They all make give you a test and what is this? They don't even tell you what, you're learning or anything anymore. Seems like the teacher's there for the check and that's it. They ain't worried about the kid. That's in the public school. I've done seen it.
But I guarantee you, if I was offered 8,000 more to make sure all my students learn, I would be concerned about every student in that room.
Yeah,
8,000, that's a lot of money to me. I don't know about you. But
Yeah.
for one just write out a check for 8,000 at the end of the year because you did good work, that's a bonus. Any other questions? Where were we? We did.
Question?
waiting.
Okay. If you got the total, we would hire about 30 people. That's a lot of people bringing back to McNeil and putting business here, and I think it would help everybody out all the way around. But
Yeah, I'd
the-
rather my child to go to school here.
Do you live here in McNeil?
Yep.
Okay. That would be nice. In the Walton Family Foundation, if we get that grant, I put in to buy a brand new school bus so we can go. We won't be able to drive a route, but we'll go to certain places and pick up so that
Yep.
everybody will have a chance, even if you can't get somewhere or low income or whatever, we'll be able to go pick them up. And we're pretty sure we'll get that Walton Family Foundation grant, so we'll have a brand new school bus, and
Yeah.
I think it'll be really great. With the Walton family and all the other benefits, we should get next year, if we get it, 2.2 million. That's a lot of money to bring into McNeil.
Yeah, it is.
Mr. Bailey was off just a little bit. He said that none of the schools were approved, but actually one was approved, but it was on its second year. It had come back the second time. I don't remember any school being approved the first year. So because we weren't approved doesn't mean anything except they want you to come back and prove that you really
Right.
care. So this year, there were 14 fill out letters of intent, and we had 2 people go today about those letters and speak to the ADE, and only 9 showed up out of that, so that's already knocked it down. Out of those, only 2 were from last year. And I wrote the program for both of those, so they came back. Both the ones I wrote for last year came back. So those 2 have the best chance of being approved because they come back the second year. We're going to tweak the things. Last year they talked about a few things we didn't have. We're going to, you notice, we're going to have gymnastics and art and music and band and all the things. We got the money for that, and so we're really going to show that we're doing more year-round school that's different. So we put a lot of emphasis on things that we didn't last year. So because it's the second year and because of all that, I think we got a good chance. I don't know that they see anything else, and I